your girl HeyParis here, and I did promise you guys a spooky story time. I don't know if you guys were expecting more than one spooky story time, but I have 2 sleep paralysis updates to give you guys. 2 things that happened to me that have to do with sleep paralysis, and 1 encounter that happened to me in April. I'm going to be telling you the encounter that happened to me in April. I don't have any more stories other than that to tell you guys. A lot of people are asking me, like, do you have more than 1 story to tell us about an encounter? This is the only encounter that happened to me this entire year. Hold on, give me a second. I ain't gonna cry now. Listen, bitch. You ain't gonna cry. When it comes to things like this, spirits, ghosts, whatever you want to call it, I get super emotional. It's like I can't help but cry. So if I do cry in this video, please excuse me, because I'm a scaredy cat. I'm scared of everything, like literally. And for me to see all of this happen like before my eyes, this is not someone telling me a story. This is not someone explaining to me what happened. This is not a reenactment on TV. Like, I saw all of what I'm about to tell you with my own eyes, in my own house. This is my own experience. It's scary to repeat it, because I feel like when I repeat what happened, I feel as though it's like, shit, it's real. And it scares me more than in the moment when I'm seeing everything happen. Me saying it over again is like a confirmation that all this shit really did happen to me. And it's scary. So let me just start off by saying I never told Cameron this story, because another thing about me is I don't want to scare anyone else. I feel like Cameron lives in this house too. I ain't trying to make you feel uncomfortable in this house. I'd rather feel uncomfortable by myself than to tell you what I saw or what happened or anything like that. So I've never told Cameron this story. I told him I was going to upload this video, and I told him bits and pieces of what happened. But I told him that like he could watch the video if he wants to when I upload it. He was asking me to tell the whole story. He's telling me like, you shouldn't have to feel that way. Like, you should tell me when everything happens. But I'm just a different type of person. I like to keep things to myself because I feel more comfortable knowing that I'm the only one who knows. So I don't know, I'm just weird. I don't like telling people stuff. I don't like telling people stuff that happens to me because it makes me more frightened. I can't explain it. I just don't. I never planned on telling the story because like I said, I'm scared. But when I told you guys I was going to do sleep paralysis, I was like, I might as well just tell you guys what happened here as well, because it happened on that one day and it never happened again. So I personally feel like, actually I'll tell you my conspiracy theory of what happened in this whole story I'm about to tell you at the end of the video. You guys let me know if you think I'm correct or not, okay? So basically, let me get to it, because it's a long story and I'm not trying to make this 30 minutes long. I just want to tell you guys the story and post this and forget about it forever, okay? So basically, one night, I remember the exact date that this happened. It was April 3rd, and I only know that it was April 3rd because on April 1st, I almost got arrested. That's another story that I'm probably never going to tell because it's quite embarrassing. I don't think I'll ever tell you guys the story. But yeah, I almost got arrested on April 1st. I was put in the back of a police car. And I just remember it was April 1st because it was April Fool's. And I remember going on Twitter and tweeting you guys that I got arrested. And you guys were like, this is April Fool's. This is a joke, right? This is a joke. And it wasn't a joke. I deadass was in the back of a police car. Anyways, I ain't go to jail, so I ain't no convict, okay? Anywho, when me and Cameron first moved into the condo, my mother was helping us put some furniture in here and like decorating and all of that. And I remember leaving her in the condo by herself while I went downstairs to get something, and Cameron wasn't up here either, and neither was my brother. But my mom was up here by herself. So when I came back upstairs now, my mom was like, Paris, there's something in your house. And I thought she was joking. I thought it was a joke. I thought she was just trying to be like, stay with me forever, please. Like trying to scare me. But the look on her face was dead serious. So I was like, what are you talking about, Mom? Like, what are you saying? She's like, she saw someone in the bathroom. And I'm like, what do you mean someone? How do you see a whole person in my bathroom? What is you talking about? She said that from the corner of her eye, she saw the door crack open a little and then like a shadow walk in the washroom. Like she saw a shadow walk fastly inside the washroom and the door was cracked. Well, from what she remembers, the door was completely closed. So the cracked door, she saw someone, like a shadow, walk by. She said she went in the washroom and there was nothing there. And she's like, oh, well, good luck. You know, you want to move out? you move out with the pig. In other words, if you want to move out, you're gonna move out with spirits in your home. She's teasing me. I didn't really think anything of it. I honestly still thought that she was lying. I thought she was talking shit. I thought it was just a joke. But at the same time, her face, when I first walked in, she looked like she was scared. I threw it to the back of my mind, but at the same time, I always told myself, no matter what time Cameron goes to bed, I'm going to go to bed with him. So if Cameron has work at 7 a.m. and he has to go to bed at 8 o'clock, I'm going to go lay down in the bed beside him at 8 o'clock and scroll on my phone until I fall asleep. And I've always done that up to this day. I go to sleep whenever Cameron's going to sleep. I don't want to be in the living room by myself in the nighttime while Cameron's sleeping. I don't even like being here by myself. I don't like being home alone, which I am right now. So anyways, little things happen here and there in this condo, but nothing to set alarms off. Like when I say little things, like my lights, my camera lights might flicker when I talk about a certain someone. You guys know what I'm talking about. Or like my backdrop might drop. And that's only when I'm talking about a certain someone. But this has nothing to do with that certain someone. So nothing really happened unless I was talking about that person. So there was nothing for me to be scared about my condo. There's nothing scary about it. And then there were times where I wouldn't be talking about a certain someone and I would see little things. I would hear little things. You know, I get sleep paralysis often. But nothing that like raised alarms to the point where I was like, we need to move. We need to find somewhere else to live. Nothing has ever made me feel that way. Until April 3rd. Only reason I know it was April 3rd is because, like I said, got arrested April 1st. I know that the 2nd nothing happened and the 3rd is when all this shit went down. So basically, Cameron went to bed, so I hopped up in bed with him. Cameron falls asleep very fast. As soon as Cameron says he's tired, he's asleep. He's gone. He's sleeping. Okay? So I'm just laying on the bed, scrolling on Instagram, looking at videos, watching videos, giggling, laughing, just scrolling. Scrolling. I was scrolling for hours. We went to bed at like 1 a.m. and I was scrolling until like 3 a.m. something like that. I was scrolling for a long time and on Twitter and everything. I was just on my phone. Okay? At 3 a.m. on the dot. 3 o'clock a.m. on the dot, not 3:01, not 3:07, 3 o'clock, 3:00, okay? I feel a strong presence, like, it's not like I heard something, but I heard something. I don't know how to explain that to you guys. It's like an enclosement. That's always what I hear. It's like an enclosement. It's like if you take your hands like this and cup your ears, you just feel like someone is watching you. I felt that in the direction of directly in front of me. So at the end of the bed. And this presence was so strong. It was such a strong feeling of someone is there. Like someone is at the end of that bed looking at me and Cameron right now. This person is just standing there. They're not moving. I feel it. This is not my imagination. I'm not drunk. Someone is in front of the bed right now standing up. And the presence was so strong because I feel that it's there, but I also can tell that it's tall. And when I say tall, I mean like taller than Cameron. And you guys know how tall Cameron is. Cameron is tall. It's a tall presence. Like, I feel like whatever it was so tall that like their back was folded against the ceiling. Like they were tall. It just felt tall, like a really unbelievably tall person was standing in front. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps. Okay, just an incredibly tall person just standing over us, just looking at us. Like there's no way a human could be that tall. That's how I felt, okay? So when I'm looking now, I don't see anything, but I still feel that presence to the point where I'm looking up at the ceiling because I feel the presence from here all the way down. Anyone normal would wake up their boyfriend, their fiance, whoever, and be like, yo, wake up, like I'm scared. I'm the complete opposite. I don't want to wake him up because if I wake him up and he's like, yo, I feel the same presence that you're feeling, I'm gonna just die. I'm gonna stand up and die. My heart is gonna stop. You know what I mean? So I'd rather keep in my mind and keep in my head that like, oh, maybe you're just feeling stuff. Maybe your body feels weird. You know what I mean? I don't want to wake Cameron up and be like, Cameron, do you feel like someone's watching us right now? And hear Cameron say yes. Because if Cameron says yes, I'm jumping out the window. I'm done. I'm ending it all. There's no way that I can live my life knowing that you felt the same way that I felt. I can't do that. I'd rather just deal with it by myself and have no one's confirmation that this feeling is legit. So I didn't wake Cameron up, but I'm just looking around and looking around the entire room, and I don't see anything. There's nothing in the room. So I go back to scrolling on my phone. I'm like, let me just ignore the feeling, even though I still feel the presence. So every now and then I'm like looking over my phone because I just feel like someone's there. And as I'm scrolling, I look over my phone again, and I see, it's not even a figure. I don't know how to explain it. I see a shadow, like a black, like the blackest black shadow ever. And mind you, we're in the dark. The TV's not on. We have no night lights. Nothing is on. There's nothing that's bright other than my phone. And this dark figure that I'm seeing, it's not shaped like a person. It's not shaped like a blob. It's just a shadow. I literally cannot explain it, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I could explain it. It's just a shadow. And it's shaped like nothing. It's just a shadow. It's like, it almost looks like a wardrobe is supposed to be there. And it's like the shadow of the wardrobe is there, but there's no wardrobe. It's just a shadow of the wardrobe. I don't know. I can't explain it. Anyways, I look over my phone and I see the shadow, and I'm like, what is that? Like, what is that a shadow of? And where could the shadow be coming from? Because there's no light in this room to reflect a shadow. You know what I mean? So I'm just staring at it, and I'm trying to make out what it is. And my heart is beating really, really fast. Like, my heart is like crazy beating, and I'm staring at it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm getting up, and I'm getting closer, and I'm going like this, and I'm like, what is that? That was not there a second ago. So I lay back down, not lay down though, I put my back on the head of my bed, and I take my phone and I turn on the camera light on my phone, and I go like this, and there's nothing there. So I'm like, okay, just breathe, Paris, just breathe. I'm putting the camera light all over the room, on the floor, on the ceiling, just looking for absolutely anything. I don't see anything. So I'm going back on my phone now. Camera light's on, and I'm going to turn the camera light back off. Before I can turn the camera light back off, I see something in my phone, in my phone's camera. It was, oh my God, goosebumps. I can't do this. I'm going to turn the flashlight off of my phone, and I see a black figure. This time it looks like a person. It looks like someone who's hunched, like their back is hunched like this. I see it in my camera on my phone. It's there. I see it. It's at the very corner of my camera. So I looked, and I'm like, what is that? And their head was like this. The person's head was like side view like this. And I'm like, I whispered it. I said it out loud, but I whispered it. I'm like, what is that? And it went like this, quick, like their head turned quick. Mind you, when I saw it, I didn't move my phone. It's not like I saw it and I went like this. I saw it and I'm like, what is that on my camera? Because I'm trying to trick myself. I'm trying to think to myself, okay, it's something on my camera. Like there's a spot on my camera that I didn't wipe off, and that's why it's dark there, or something. So I'm like, what is that? And as soon as its head went like this and turned, which by the way, it turned its head and you can make out a face, but it's a black figure with like gray features. Like the nose, the mouth, the eyes, the eyebrows are all gray. And I'm not talking like gray hair, like a shade of gray. I don't know, like I'm so bad at explaining these things, but it's a shadow with gray features. So when I said, what is that? And he turned his head, I'm saying it's a man because that's what I figure. When he turned his head, I turned the camera to point at where it is. Gone. There's nothing there. The room is empty. Nothing is there. I don't feel the presence anymore. The presence is gone. I don't feel anything. It feels like my room, like my regular room. Again, didn't wake up Cameron. I was not, listen. Anyways, I get up, I go, and I turn on the light. Cameron didn't wake up. I looked all over the room. There was nothing. I don't know what I was looking for and what the frig I would do if I found something, but I looked and there was nothing there. As soon as I turn off the lights to go back in bed, I feel a breeze brush past me, almost like if someone was walking really fast by you. It wasn't like outdoor breeze. It wasn't outside air. It was inside air, and it felt like if you go like this with your hand, you feel that breeze. That's what I felt. And I was like, what the fuck? What the? So I turn on the lights again because ain't no air circulation in this bitch. So where's the air coming from, and why did I just feel it? I look around again. There's nothing there. There's nothing. Nothing at all. I turn them back on. I turn the lights back on. I jump in bed, and I literally jumped in bed because I wanted Cameron to wake up, but I didn't want to wake him up and be like, I'm scared. I just wanted him to be awake for a few seconds to give me, so I could feel some sort of comfort. And that's my own fault, because if I woke Cameron up and I was like, babe, I'm scared, blah, 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 he would have stayed up all night with me. But I was like, you need to sleep, you have work, like, I'm gonna just leave him alone. So I jumped in bed and Cameron woke up for 3.5 seconds, turned around and fell right back asleep. So I was like, damn. Damn, damn, damn. Now I'm tripping out. I'm scared. I'm low-key panicking. I'm low-key having a panic attack, breathing heavy, like, literally, because I'm like, I know what I felt, I know what I saw in my phone, and I know what I felt. I know what the feeling of that presence. Okay, I felt the air walk by me. I saw the old man in my phone. Oh my god. And I felt the presence of someone really tall in the room. So I turned the TV on because there's a TV in the room. I turned the TV on, I put it on low so Cameron could still sleep, and I turned it on because the sound of anything gives me comfort. I'm watching the TV and nothing's happening. I feel no presence. Everything is gone. I'm feeling okay. I'm starting to calm down. I'm starting to get tired. I'm ready to go to sleep, and I'm ready to try and forget about everything that just happened. Try to play it off like, okay, Paris, it's just your mind. Like, your mind's playing tricks with you, and trying to calm myself down to fall asleep. So I turn off the TV, okay? Mind you, the room is dark. The only light now is coming from the TV. I turn the TV off, and as soon as I turn the TV off, I see someone. The way that this was so, vivid and like, is right there, like in my eyes, it's right there. The way that oh my gosh, to me, this wasn't a spirit, this wasn't a ghost, like, it was so clear that to me it was a person. It looked like a person walked by the TV screen. As soon as I clicked off, it walked by, like quick, it walked by. I saw legs, I saw two legs. I saw two legs walk by the TV screen, and it was their legs, so it means the person was tall. Like, they had to have been really tall, because I didn't see a waist. I only saw two legs. And when I tell you, I started crying. I was like, what is going on? I was so scared. And I still didn't want to wake up Cameron though. I was like, I don't want to wake him up because I don't want this to be real. Like, I do not want this anything but making this real. If I wake Cameron up and Cameron's like, yo, I feel weird too, I am going to die. I'm gonna end it all. I will not want to be on earth knowing that this is real. I'd rather make up excuses in my head as to what I saw or what I'm feeling or what I felt. So as soon as that happened, I see the legs before the lights turn off. I see it go by the screen, and I literally jump up, and I kind of nudge Cameron. So I nudge him with my arm, and I'm sitting up on the bed now, and he's like, what's wrong, babe? Are you okay? And I don't know why I didn't just tell him what's going on, but I said, yeah, I'm fine, I'm okay, I just can't sleep. And he was like, lay down, come lay down. And then he cuddled me, and I felt a little better, but this just happened, so it's still on my mind, and I can't close my eyes because for some reason I'm feeling like if I close my eyes, whatever it is going to be this close to my face when I open my eyes. So I'm like, I'm not closing my eyes, and if I close my eyes, I'm not opening them until the morning. So I'd rather just keep my eyes open to see what's around me. So Cameron was cuddling me, and I'm just kind of breathing slowly. And before Cameron turned around to see that I was up, I wiped my tears because I didn't want him to see me crying, because then he'd get up and be really concerned, right? So I wiped my tears, and then I laid down beside him. He was holding me, cuddling me, and I was just like trying to control my breathing. And I remember being hot. I remember sweating. I remember sweating, okay? Obviously, I couldn't fall asleep, so I grabbed my phone and I kept scrolling. I'm like, Paris, just try to forget it, just try to forget it. I'm just trying to get it out of my mind. I'm like, whatever it is, like, it's your mind playing games on you. Like, there's no way that, no, this is not happening again. This is not happening again, okay? And the difference between this spirit or whatever it is, whatever it was, and my grandfather from the last paranormal story I told you is, the feeling of my grandfather was a little familiar. Like, it was very, very, very scary, but it felt familiar. I felt like this person or whatever this is just trying to get my attention. With this one now, I felt like they were trying to scare me. Like they were really trying to like make me really upset or something. I'm not crying. I just felt like it was like they whoever it is, I feel like they intentionally were trying to they were trying to upset me. And I remember thinking to myself, like, am I a bad person? Like, do I deserve to feel this way? Like, what? Like, why me? Like, why is this happening to me? That's just me though. Whenever bad things happen to me or weird things happen to me, I just always question who I am. Like, is it because I did something bad? Did I say something wrong to someone? And I try to think back to like the last bad thing I did, and I'm like, whatever that was, like, I don't deserve to feel like this. I don't. So anyways, I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling, and maybe 10 minutes into me scrolling, all I hear is in my ear, like someone snapped in my ear. And I remember being like, no, this is enough. I'm not doing this. Like, this is not happening. So I pushed my butt into Cameron to wake him up again. He woke up again for like 5 seconds, fell back asleep. He asked me if I'm okay. He rubbed my side. And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. And looking back, I should have just been like, honestly, babe, like, I feel weird. I feel like someone is in here with us. I should have done that because I feel like I would have felt better knowing that he's up with me. And if anything, we could have left the house together and went to my mom's house or something, or went for a walk or went for a drive and like gave ourselves some time or something, you know what I mean? Rather than just sitting there in the room and letting whatever this is make me cry and bother me this much. So as soon as I heard the snap in my ear, I immediately thought back to the video I did on my grandfather. And I remember reading one of your comments, and someone in the comment section said, when you feel like paranormal things are happening to you, grab your Bible. So I grabbed my Bible, I opened it up. I didn't read it. Maybe I was supposed to read it. I don't know. But I opened the Bible and I put it on the dresser beside me, and I turned on my phone light and I put my phone on the Bible like this, with the light shining on the ceiling, because there was no light in the whole room. Like, it's just pitch blackness. So I put this on top of the Bible with the light on. Okay, I closed my eyes really tight and I started praying, and I was like, God, whatever this is, please protect me. I apologize. I was like, I'm sorry for anything that I've done that might cause this, or maybe I deserve this. I don't know what it is, but I'm scared for my life. And I need the blood of Jesus on me right now. Like, for real. I was just apologizing, thanking him for everything, praying that, like, whatever this is, please make it stop. As soon, guys, as I open my eyes when I'm done praying, remember my phone is like this. So you could see the light on the ceiling. It was like someone's hand went like that over the light, and you could see the shadow on the ceiling go from black back to light, like someone put their hand over it. I was like, done, this is the last. Oh, I'm not playing. So now I'm going from scared and angry to like, you're really taunting me, like you really want me to be upset, like whoever the hell you are, you're really trying to get under my skin, you're trying to scare me, like I'm not gonna make you win. That's how I felt. I'm like, I'm not, like, this is not okay. This is my house. You're not invited. Like, go find something else to do. That's not here. I was upset. I jumped up. As soon as that happened, I jumped up, I grabbed my phone, I went into the living room, I turned on all the lights. I turned on the lights in this room, the lights in the solarium, lights in the washroom, lights in the kitchen, lights in the living room, lights in the front foyer. I turned on all the lights. I left Cameron for dead in there. I left Cameron. I just got up and went. Cameron did wake up and he asked me if I'm okay again. I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to the bathroom. That's what I told him, because I know he's gonna fall asleep in 5 more minutes, or 5 more seconds I should say, and he won't forget that I even left. But I left him for dead. I left my man for dead in there with the damn ghost. I'm sorry, baby. I turned on the TV and I was sitting down, and I remember what I was watching. I was watching Cutthroat Kitchen, something like that. Some cooking show. I was watching that with all the lights on. Everything's bright. You can't scare me, bitch. They ain't no scary in Paris now. All the lights are on. Only reason why I didn't keep the lights on in the room was because I didn't want to wake Cameron up. And Cameron has work in the morning. I ain't trying to wake him up. He got shit to do. He got money to make. I ain't gonna wake him up. So you could have played with me in there, but you're not playing with me out here. All the lights are on. Everything was good. Everything was great. Okay? Until like 30 minutes into Cutthroat Kitchen, the next episode is starting. And every 5 seconds, the TV would go on mute, and then it would come back, and it would go on mute, and it would come back, and it would go on mute, and it would come back. So I'm looking for the converter because I turn on the TV with my hand. So I'm looking for the converter, and I can't find the converter. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'm sitting on it. So I looked under the damn couch. I looked behind the pillows, everything. The converter was, by the way, a converter, because I know a lot of you are American and don't know what the converter is the remote. The converter was behind the TV. So I grabbed the converter and I put it beside me, and it didn't stop. It kept going from mute to back on to Cutthroat Kitchen to mute to mute to mute. Like, it would just keep doing that on and off every 5 seconds. So at this point, I'm like, I'm not gonna be scared. You know what I mean? Like, do that all you want to do. I'm gonna play my music. So I went into Apple Music. I started playing Drake and watching Cutthroat Kitchen while it's still going on mute and not. I'm like, I'm not gonna make this thing think I'm scared. I'm not gonna show it any attention. I'm not gonna talk to it because this doesn't feel familiar. When it was my grandpa, I felt like I needed to talk because I felt like I could talk. You know what I mean? I feel like if I talk to whoever this is, they will do something to make me more scared. So I'm not talking to you. I'm gonna ignore you. I'm gonna act like I don't realize what's going on. I'm gonna play dumb. So now I needed to go to the washroom, and the way that the condo set up is the washroom's at a corner. So I remember being scared to go because I started to feel the presence again, but not as strong. But I still felt like I felt like someone was in the kitchen looking at me, because the way my kitchen is, there's like a little box where you can see from the living room into the kitchen. So I felt like someone was standing over the sink and just staring at me, but I ignored it. I didn't look over there. I didn't want to see anything. I'm like, that's it. It's okay. I'm not looking. I'm good. So the washroom is at a corner. I looked in the mirror. There's a mirror that is directly in front of my filming room, which is to the right of my washroom. I'll take a picture and show it to you guys. I looked into that mirror and I saw the scariest thing I think I've ever seen in my entire life, ever living in my entire life. My filming room door was half open. Oh my gosh. My filming room door was half open. And I saw someone, again someone, this was very vivid, very there. It was a human being. From what I'm looking at, from what I see, it's a human being. I saw a man, an older man, a white older man. Oh my God. I can't do this, bro. I can't. Listen. I can't do this. Whew. Okay, I need a break. I saw a white older man in my filming room. The door was cracked, and he was bald. He had a pointy nose. He was very, very old, and he has like these mumps or these bumps all over his face, and like a bunch of moles on top of his head here. And oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do this. I looked in the mirror. I saw an old man. It was an elderly man. I already described him to you guys. And when I looked at him, because I just felt the presence, right? So when I looked at him, half of his body was like out of the room, and the other half was inside of the room. And he was wearing like a hospital gown. As soon as I looked at him, he smiled fast. Like, he smiled too fast for it to be normal. Nobody could smile that fast. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but no one could smile that fast. He smiled way too fast. And I screamed. I screamed and I cried. I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried. And as soon as I screamed, I hear Cameron in the other room go, babe, babe, babe. And I hear the bed moving, which means he's getting up. I wipe my tears, quick. I'm using everything to wipe my tears. He came out and he's like, what's wrong? Are you okay? What happened? Why are you out here? So he's asking me why I'm out in the living room. And I said, I just can't sleep. and I don't feel well. I told him I don't feel well because I had no other excuse as to why my face looked the way that it did. Because it literally looked like I saw a ghost. I remember my blood running cold. I remember my blood, like my body feeling cold. And when I was in the room, I was sweating. So it was a weird feeling of like from heat to like freezing cold. And when I looked back in the mirror, there was nothing there, obviously. And then Cameron came and sat in the living room. And he's like, do you want me to stay out here with you? And I was like, no, it's okay. You can go back in the room. Like, I know you have to sleep. And he's like, I'm not leaving you out here by yourself. And he grabbed a pillow and he put his head like near my lap and he fell asleep. And I was up for the rest of the night until it was like 6 o'clock. And I remember seeing something in the solarium and being like, I'm not looking over there. I'm not looking over there. I couldn't even tell you guys what I saw. But I remember my solarium door is all glass. So you can see into the next room. I just remember seeing movement in there and being like, I'm not looking over there. Cameron's sleeping. And around 6:40, when the sun is coming up now, that's when I started getting sleepy. But I couldn't sleep. I was up until the next day. I didn't go to sleep until like 10 p.m. the next day because that's the only thing that was on my mind. Never told Cameron about it. Never explained to Cameron what happened. Nothing. When he watches this video, then he'll remember the day and he'll know exactly what happened. But that was the scariest moment of my life, I think. That was way scarier, way scarier than when I had that encounter with who I presume was my grandfather. Now my whole conspiracy theory of this now, first of all, after that day, nothing happened. Up to this day, nothing has happened. Since April 3rd until now, nothing has happened. I feel very comfortable and secure in my home. So I feel like, because whatever spirit that wasn't there for me. Because like with my grandfather, for instance, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about my grandfather, it's a really old video. Maybe like 2 years ago, 3 years ago even maybe. It's called Paranormal something. I have gray hair in the video, I think. That's the video I'm talking about. But with my grandfather, he didn't stay with me for one day. He was with me for a few days until I had to ask him to leave. With this spirit or whatever it was with me for that one day and never came back. So my conspiracy theory to why this happened is because where our condo is, across the street from us, right back there, there's a retirement home and an old folks home right there. And this is just what I'm thinking in my mind. I think that someone passed away in either the retirement home or the nursing home, and I don't know how the world works, guys. I don't know about heaven and hell. I don't know anything, okay? This is just my thoughts. I feel like someone passed away in one of those facilities and their spirit was trying to find its way and got lost on the journey and ended up in our units. That's what I think, because I don't know any old white guys at all. And he was in a hospital gown. He was in a blue and white hospital gown. So I just feel like it was a lost spirit, and at the end of the day, it found its way to where it needed to go. And that's why nothing has happened after that. Literally nothing has happened. I feel completely comfortable in my home. I can go to sleep with all the lights off. Like, it's not a problem. Although tonight I'm probably gonna sleep with the lights on or a night light or something, because talking about it over again just scares me all over again. And then I'm gonna have to edit this video, and then I'm gonna be scared listening to it all over again. But yeah, that's what happened, and I pray to God like nothing like that ever happens to me again, because it's not a good feeling. It's not fun. It's very scary, and you do not feel like being on earth. When you see things with your own eyes, when you hear things with your ears, when you feel things, it's not fun. And I don't wish that feeling on my worst enemy. I don't wish that on anyone. So that's what happened to me on April 3rd, 2018. If you guys have a paranormal story to share with me, leave it in the comment section down below. I will be pinning one of your comments to the top of the page so that everybody can read it. Make sure you guys follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. All of that jazz is in the description box down below for your convenience. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I love you guys so much. Don't gotta tell you twice. And I'll see you on the flip side. Bye, guys.